What's going on, YouTube? This is the Simple Chef. Tonight we're going to make simple spaghetti. Nothing fancy about it, you know, as simple as it comes. It's very simple, but me and my wife, we find it very tasty. The ingredients you're going to need would be about a pound and a half of hamburger. It's just me and my wife, so you could obviously go less if you didn't want to have a lot of meat. We've got one big can of tomato sauce, which is a 13 ounce, and I believe two 8 ounce cans, because we like it kind of saucy, so we put a little bit more sauce in there. Seasoning is simple. We got garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper. Like I said, this is not fancy. We're not adding any kind of oregano or Italian seasoning because we want to have the taste of tomato, you know. Obviously, if we wanted to go a little bit more authentic, we could add fresh herbs, you know, maybe some more vegetables, meats, but we just want to keep it simple, and we find it pretty tasty. Obviously, you got we use the thin spaghetti noodles, Parmesan cheese, an onion, 2 cloves of garlic. We're also going to have a salad with it, and you know, I won't bore you with that, but you know, I'll show you the final product. But to go ahead and saute our vegetables, what we like to do, since I'm going to use fresh bacon bits for our salad, we'll saute our vegetables in the bacon grease, and it kind of gives a little bit of a flavor to the food. So anyways, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and cut this bacon up into small pieces so I can saute or crisp it up real quick, and we'll be back with the next step. Alright, YouTube, we're back. I figure I wouldn't bore you with the, you know, slicing of the bacon. But anyways, I got 4 slices of thick cut bacon here. And I cut them into really small, bite-sized pieces that, you know, and it's going to render down. We like it very crispy, just as you would find on a, you know, in a high-end restaurant, the real bacon bits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and I'm going to saute this, and I'm going to actually turn it down low and let it do its thing and render all the fat, and whenever it's done it'll be extremely crispy, and then we will reserve some of that fat to saute our onions and garlic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and while this bacon is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and chop up the onion and the 2 cloves of garlic and get it ready for when this bacon's done and we can saute. So we'll be right back. Okay, hey YouTube, I'm back, and through the magic of time, our bacon bits are done. As you can tell, like I said, we like them very, very crispy, and so I made sure that all the fat is rendered off and there's nothing but crispiness. And I'm just gonna lay it on a paper towel. Like I said, simple chef, you know, simple good food, but food that tastes great. So anyways, you know, why dirty up a paper plate or anything when you can just throw it on a paper towel? So let me get this out of the pan, and then we will go ahead and with the little, I mean, there's not much fat in there. I'm not sure what it looks like on the video, but it's not much fat. It was only 4 strips of bacon. And so these vegetables will soak up that stuff real quick. So anyways, let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and put the onions in now. And that was about half of that big onion, so I'd say that's about a cup of onions right there. And I got 2 cloves of garlic. Now when you cook onions and garlic, most people know already, some don't. You don't want to keep it on super high, and you also don't want to leave it unattended. Garlic will burn very fast, and when you get burnt garlic, it gets a real bitter taste. Very unpleasant. You'd have to literally throw out all your onions and everything and start all over again. So I recommend if you put it on a medium low heat. Like I said, this is good food, simple, you know, don't need to be in a rush. So anyway, so I'm just gonna saute these just for a few minutes, just until the onions get soft, release some of their moisture. Like I said, I don't want to burn the garlic, even though it's cut up fine. It won't take very long for it to get brown and bitter. So, like I said, just a couple of minutes here with the onions. Turn the heat up just a little bit, because now since I'm staying right by the fire, I'm really not concerned about the garlic burning. So I got something in the background, get that out of the way. Okay, so onions are smelling great with the garlic and the bacon. Just got a really pungent, bacony garlic flavor. Like I said, I only added 2 cloves of garlic. You know, I mean, if you want more, obviously you can add more to it. But, you know, and me and my wife are garlic people. But, you know, for the amount that I'm making, I think 2 cloves of garlic would be plenty. Alright, these onions, like I said, only took a couple of minutes, and they're already soft and they're translucent already. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the hamburger meat to it. And I usually, anytime I'm cooking with hamburger meat, I usually like to use a 80-20, whether I'm doing burgers or whatever it may be. I like, they say fat is flavor. Well, I like the flavor of the hamburger meat. Also depends on where you get your hamburger meat at also. If, I mean, I've been to some high-end, like I said, I'm making this video just for the simple fact that, and future videos, because I want to show that you can go to just your everyday grocery store, doesn't have to be a high-end grocery store, and get a simple cut like this 80-20 ground chuck, nothing special, and yet as long as you cook it right, it has full flavor. Oh, excuse that, that's just my dogs in the background. But anyways, I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks. Hey, YouTube, we're back. Alright, so the hamburger's done now. We've drained off the grease. And it smells wonderful. You know, it's kind of amazing what just some simple ingredients, you don't need fancy ingredients to make a great meal. So, drained the grease off, got it back on the heat, got the heat down the low. Now we can go ahead and add our seasonings here. Now you might wonder why I would add more more garlic powder and onion powder to the meat when I've already got fresh onions and garlic in it. Well, like I said, you don't have to add this to it. You could, if you didn't have the fresh onions and whatever, you just wanted to use the garlic and the onion, then so be it. But you know, we love the taste of onions and garlic, me and my wife. You know, obviously no vampires are going to come and get us anytime soon. Yeah, I know, I'm not a comedian, I won't quit my day job. But anyways, so we'll go ahead and add a little bit of, I'm going to add about I like pepper, my wife doesn't, so we kind of just go a happy medium. Just kind of eyeball it. Like I said, this is a simple chef, you know, I don't really exact anything as far as measurements are concerned. You know, I just kind of do it to taste. So I'll just put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper in here. Stir this around a little bit. So I added a little bit of salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and some fresh pepper. I would have added cracked, but it's kind of hard to cook and hold a video camera and crack fresh pepper and salt at the same time. So anyways, so now I'm ready for my tomato sauce. So hopefully I can open these lids one-handed without spilling anything. Alright, here's the 8-ounce can. And like I said, me and my wife, we like it real saucy. So I may add another can, just kind of seeing what it looks like with what I've got so far. Okay. Stir that around a little bit. Turn the fire back down to low. And just kind of stir it around, incorporate it very good. And it looks like this might be just enough. You know, like I said, normally I just use a 1-pound hamburger meat for this, but I had some hamburger meat on sale today, so I went ahead and got 1.5 pounds. And so now, in order, I mean, even though this is simple, you still want to make sure it's really good. So the longer you let this sauce cook, as simple as it is, the better tasting it's going to be. So we're going to let this thing sit here and simmer for about 25-30 minutes. Put a lid on it, turn the heat down to real low, and we'll come back, show you how we put all this together. Alright guys, well, it's been about 20 minutes now, and the sauce has been simmering really nice and on low heat. Ooh, it looks good. Smells fantastic. So stir it up a little bit. Still let it cook. Like Avi said, you know, this is just like any other sauce. The longer you let it cook, the better it tastes. So since we've got to do the noodles, we'll go ahead and let that simmer some more. So what I got here is 1 pound of noodles, standard size noodles, thin spaghetti, angel hair style, that me and my wife have come to grow and love. Let me set this down so I can do this. You guys have to forgive me. This is my first video for cooking, and I promise as the videos get on, they will get better. But right now, this is my first, so please forgive me. All comments, positive and negative, are welcome. Maybe somebody can help me out. I've done these before. But anyways, let me go ahead and pick it back up because I'm not sure what you're looking at. Alright, so I'll go ahead and stick the spaghetti in here. And a few key components that you want to do as soon as you stick these in here, make sure obviously your water is boiling. It will cool down just slightly. But as soon as you get these in here, you want to move them around, get them loosened. Reason being is because of the starch, if you just set them in there and don't turn them and move them around a little bit, right from the get-go, you're going to get logs. And I don't know about you guys, but through trial and error, I've had plenty of logs in my days, and that's not good. That's not good. So usually I'll just spend a few, I don't know, 10-15 seconds right after I drop them in there and just kind of let them do their thing. Now this is a thin hair pasta, but because I did throw 1 pound in there, it's going to take anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to cook this pasta. And so it'll give me perfect time to actually do my accoutrements, which fixing to do. And we're going to have some garlic cheese toast here. What I did is I took a French style sourdough bread and cut it in half. And I got a mixture of sharp cheese and Monterey Jack, some butter on the bottom, and some garlic powder on top. So I'm going to stick these in the oven, let them, you know, it don't take very long for these to get done. And then I'm going to go ahead and get the salad ready. Next time we come back, we'll have the final assembly. Thank you. Alright everybody, we're back. Alright, so the pasta noodles are done. If you take a look here, you can see that it doesn't take very long. These have only taken about 7 minutes. Now there's a question about when you, big dilemma about whether you should rinse your pasta or not. Now, I say, and I've learned throughout the time, if you're going to use all the pasta right now, then don't do it. The reason being is because it has a lot of starch in it. People don't want you to rinse that starch so that when you stick the sauce on there, it sucks up all the, and it'll absorb all the sauce. But we're not going to use this all. If I was not to rinse it and just let it sit here, within an hour it would turn into one big ball of just gloppiness. So I'm going to rinse it. Now, some people might say, oh my God, he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, yes, I do, because we're just going to use a little bit of this pasta. Yes, it's not going to, you know, adhere to all the sauce, but because I'm going to probably have some left over for tomorrow, if I don't rinse all the starch off now, and like I said, I'll have a big ball of just glop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse it. Now I'm using hot water because obviously I don't want to cool my noodles off. but I do want to rinse them enough, and I'm actually going to put them back inside a pot with some more hot water because I don't want my noodles to stick. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and pause it one last time, and then I will be back with the final presentation. Alright YouTube, well, this is going to be the final segment of the video, is assembly, and this is got some garlic cheese toast here that we got. It's nice and golden brown and crispy. Got our sauce here, still steaming, nice and hot. And so let's go ahead and plate some up now. And this is actually going to be for my wife. And my wife likes a lot of sauce on hers. So we'll make sure we'll give it a couple good ladles, maybe one more for good luck. Some people will mix it all together. Normally I'll do that. But for this presentation, I think, you know, this is just nice. Just looks nice. We'll throw a little bit of fresh grated Parm on here. There we go. Taste obviously put to what you like. And we got just a nice little green salad here. It's got some romaine lettuce and some fresh bacon bits we cooked earlier, and croutons and some tomatoes and cucumbers and a little bit of cheese. Got a little vinaigrette that we're going to put together on it. But anyways, YouTube, well, glad that you guys have stayed with me through this. Like I said, this is The Simple Chef, and hopefully my videos in the future will be a little bit more professional than this. This is my first time, but if you like it, go ahead and put some comments. If you've got some suggestions for me for future videos, please, I could use all the help I can. So anyways, yeah guys, have a good day and enjoy this simple spaghetti. Thank you.